Hello, students and parents. My name is Mr. Wilson. I'm one of the counselors here at Carter High School, and we are directly referring to the students and the parents of the class of 2029. So welcome. If you are watching this, I'm one of the counselors here. What we want to do in this very quick recording is just cover some of the same information for parents that we covered at our freshman sneak peek event, where we had all of our incoming eighth graders come over and see what Carter High School is all about. And they also registered for their classes and did a few other things. But while they were here, the counseling department shared a presentation with them, just kind of going through some of the things to expect when they come to Carter. And parents, if you would like to see some of that information, that's what this video is. So let's get into it. So first off, we talked about the fact that transitioning into high school from eighth grade really is it's a difficult transition for a lot of students. So we want to do whatever we can to be helpful in that process. The first thing that we talk about is there actually is a point to this whole high school thing, and that point is graduating. So we really want to make sure that our incoming freshmen understand that high school is supposed to be a 4-year experience. Passing classes means earning credits. Earning credits means graduating. We want everybody who comes to Carter to graduate with a high school diploma and be ready to enter into the world after high school and be a productive citizen, whether that means going to college or going into the military or going to trade school or going to straight to work. We really want all of our students to exit high school and be ready for real life. Like I mentioned, yes, you have to pass classes. This is a big one for our incoming eighth graders because in middle school and elementary school, if you fail classes, you just kind of get moved on. Well, in high school, you have to pass, in order to earn credits, you have to pass a class with a D or higher. And so we really want to make sure that our students understand that failing classes can be a problem with that, making that progress toward graduation. And we'll get to a little more on that here in a second. And then we also made a point of telling your students that we really want them to get involved in school activities. Hopefully they're not just coming to Carter High School because they have to. Hopefully they get plugged into at least one of our clubs, activities, sports and athletics. We have a lot of stuff going on at Carter High School, and we would hope that your student will get plugged into at least one thing that they can find joy in and want to be here and be excited to come to school every day, so that way school is not just a matter of earning grades. Okay, and then we also made sure that they understood that they get a fresh start in high school. So it doesn't matter what their transcript looks like in middle school. When they come to high school, they are starting a brand new record, a brand new transcript. Okay. All right. These are the high school graduation requirements in Rialto Unified. In order to graduate at the end of 4 years, you have to earn 220 credits in all of these different subject areas. I'm going to show you an easy way to find this later if you want to ever look this up and kind of see what's what, but these are all the different subjects that they have to do. Every semester class is worth 5 credits. A regular student schedule is 6 classes, which means that every semester a student should be earning 30 credits. So hitting that 220, if a student is earning 60 credits every year, is really not going to be a problem. It's when they're failing classes that it becomes an issue as far as making progress toward that graduation requirement. Okay. As far as college eligibility goes, if you want to be eligible to apply to a 4-year college in California directly out of high school, basically you need to have a C or higher in all of your classes. There are very specific subjects, and I'll actually show you where to find that as well, but we did not go into that in detail with the students because we didn't want this to get too convoluted. Basically, we just want them to understand that if they have a C or higher in their classes, they will be okay as far as college eligibility goes. All of our classes here at Carter High School are A through G eligible, which means that by default, your student is going to be on track for being able to pretty much do whatever they want after high school. So we want to keep those options open. A D will earn you credits for graduation, but a D is a problem with college eligibility. And so oftentimes counselors will have students repeat those Ds so that we're keeping them college eligible. So we really want to shoot for C's or higher in all of their classes. Okay. I mentioned this a little early. Freshman classes, a regular schedule is 6 classes. We do have some limited 0 period and 7th period options for students that are doing stuff outside of the regular day. And there may be some new things that are added next year. I'm just kind of going over what we actually have available to us right now at Carter. But a regular schedule is 6 classes. In those 6 classes, they're going to have core classes. Their core classes are English, math, science, and PE. You will notice that social studies is missing there. That's because social studies in high school does not start until 10th grade. So 10th grade, they will take world history, and that will be their first history class that they take. So if a student is not in any support classes, and a support class could be like EL stuff, English learners, it could be special ed offerings, it could be things like AVID or other special programs that they're in. If they're not in a support class, with those 4 core classes, they will have 2 electives, okay? So 2 electives, 4 core classes, unless one of those electives is being used for a support class, okay? Resources that we have at Carter High School that I think everybody should know about. Our library is actually a public library, which means that after school, your student has access to all of the county resources through our library, and they're actually open late, which means that they've got a safe place to hang out and study if they need to. And if they need a book or another piece of like reference material or something that's not specifically in our library, they can order that through the county system, which is really cool. It gives them access to a lot of stuff. Something else, though, that's important to remember with that is that because our library is a public county library, it's important that if your student has something checked out that they return it in a timely manner, because otherwise they'll be paying dues, and that's not to Carter High School, that's to the county. So important that they get their stuff turned in when it's supposed to be turned in. We have a great college and career center. Miss Arlene Castillo is our career center tech, and we have a lot of opportunities that happen through there. Those programs that are listed under there, EAOP, Upward Bound, CalSOAP, Talent Search, those are different programs that are available to our students through Cal State San Bernardino and UC Riverside that come in and recruit. And so they're just additional college prep programs that are there if your student wants to get involved in something. We have a great wellness center because we know that our students need to be emotionally well in order to be successful in school. We do not do intensive therapy in our wellness center. It's really just about making sure that that students are getting what they need in order to have a successful education. But Miss Mitchell. Miss Mitchell is our wellness center counselor, and she's amazing, and she's in there all the time. Student View is another great resource. You would know this as Parent View. So parents, you will not need a new account when your student moves from middle school to high school. It'll be the same login information to see everything. And Student View in high school and for Parent View, very, very important because it's a way for you to see what the grades actually look like all the time, to see what attendance looks like all the time. Really handy resource. I pretty much tell my students that they should be checking Student View at least once a week to make sure that they understand what's going on with their grades. Okay. At Carter High School, we have 2 different pathways for science. In order to graduate in Rialto, you need 3 years of science. So we have the traditional pathway and the environmental pathway. Here's what they look like. So in general, if they are doing the traditional pathway, that's this here. 9th grade is Living Earth, which is a biology class, and 10th grade would be chemistry in Earth Systems, which is chemistry, and then physics in the universe is their junior year. And then the environmental pathway is all the way over to the right. It's science through an environmental lens. You can see the 3 class titles that are there, but 9th grade is environmental science, okay? All of our science classes are college prep, so it's not like one of them is better than the other. However, if your student wants to take honors science, we only offer honors on our traditional pathway. So that'll be important for them to make sure that they're registering for honors Living Earth. There is no honors environmental science at Carter. And then some of our different 4th year options when they get to be a senior are listed here. Lots of AP options and then animal anatomy as well. So some good stuff there with our science pathways. This is probably a good place to kind of point out anyone at Carter High School can take honors or AP classes. So you do not need to be in any special programs to take an honors or an AP class. You do not need to be gate identified. If your student wants to take an honors or an AP class, they are absolutely more than welcome to do that. In high school, they don't have to be like all honors or none honors. You really can pick and choose. So if your student is just really good at English, but not at other subjects, they can choose to take honors English and then regular science, regular math, like totally fine to do that, okay? But I do want to make sure that everybody understands you don't have to be in any of our special programs to take an honors or an AP class. Anyone can do that. Now, we put students in honors and AP classes based upon what they asked for when they were here. in registration, and also based upon what classes they're in right now and what their grades look like. Because we're not going to drop a student into an honors or an AP class if they're not doing well in that current subject matter right now, because otherwise we're just setting them up for failure, okay? But you can always talk to a counselor if you have questions about what honors opportunities are available for your students. We have a lot of them here at Carter, okay? The other thing that I do want students and parents to know is anyone can take community college classes. I'm aware that a lot of you have attended some of the parent information sessions for the early college program that we do through Valley, and that's a great program. But I think a lot of our parents and students think that that is the only way to take community college classes, and I need you to know that any high school student in Rialto can take classes at Valley College. It's just a matter of signing up for them and then paying a nominal fee. So I have a lot of my own students that are on my caseload that are taking community college classes either after school, and they're like online classes, or they do them during the summer, but there's a lot of great opportunities that are there as well. So you don't have to be in a special program to do honors or AP. You don't have to be in a special program to do community college. Anybody can do those things, okay? Now, that being said, we do have some special programs here at Carter. We put this together as a side-by-side to just kind of help parents and students understand what these academic options look like at a glance for freshman year, okay? So like I mentioned before, every student is on track for college prep. So college prep is pretty much all of our students here. They've got 6 classes. They want to be ready for college when they graduate. 9th grade is college prep, English 9, math 1 or 2, college prep, and then science, college prep, PE, and then 2 electives. So this is just a regular 9th grader at Carter High School is college prep, okay? If you want to take some honors classes, I want to challenge myself with rigorous classes to better prepare myself for college. You're also going to have 6 classes in your schedule. For English, you can do English college prep or honors. You can do math 1 or 2, college prep or honors. And science, you can do college prep or honors. So you have some choices there. And like I mentioned earlier, you can take one or you can take all 3. Everybody takes PE 9, and then you've got room in your schedule for 2 electives. So this is anyone that wants to take honors classes. If you are applying for our AVID program, and if you're an AVID student, it means I want to have structure and support that will prepare me for a 4-year college. You are also going to have 6 classes in your schedule. You've got your 3 core that can be college prep or honors. You've got PE. One of your electives is going to be AVID 9, and then you still have room for 1 elective to try some of our different offerings here at Carter High School, okay? At Carter, we have a program called Alpha Scholars. Alpha Scholars is for students that want all honors and AP classes and want to be competitive for a highly selective college. It's a cohort program where the students are in some classes together as a cohort. And it's the whole point of that program is supporting those students who want to do all honors and AP. So again, it's not your student that's doing like 1 or 2 honors or AP. It's the student who's like, hey, I want the most rigorous stuff that you have here at Carter High School because I'm hoping to go to Harvard or Yale or Stanford or UC Berkeley or UCLA. It's about trying to help those students actually be competitive for that. So that is a program that you need to apply to, and we will be having information at our incoming freshman parent night, so you're more than welcome to stop by and get some of that there. And we have information that's posted on our website, and we'll be updating that in the next couple of days as well. Our Alpha Scholar students have 7 classes, and we do that because they have PE as a 0 period, okay? And then their English 9, their math 1, and their science are all going to be honors. It says or honors, but it's expected if they're Alpha Scholars that they're all honors here, okay? And then as one of their classes, they'll take AP Human Geography, so that's their first AP class. They'll take a foreign language, and then they still have room for 1 elective. The reason why we do that 0 period PE 9 is because we really want students who are doing all honors and AP to still have room in their schedule to try an elective pathway here at Carter, okay? If you are applying for and being part of our early college program that's basically saying, hey, I want to earn community college credit while I'm in high school, that schedule for a freshman is going to look like 4 Carter classes and 2 Valley classes. And those Valley classes are taught on our campus. Their first and second period. For freshmen, they will have English 9, and they can do honors or regular, math, and they can do honors or regular. They'll have PE. They'll have their 2 Valley classes. And then they can either do foreign language or pick another elective. If they do choose another elective, if you're an early college student, that means that you're doing foreign language in the summer to make sure that you can still get that done. Okay, so that's basically what all of our different programs look like at a glance. Again, if you have any questions about that, counselors will be available at our incoming freshman parent night next week, and we'd be more than happy to talk about what those things look like. Okay, all right, moving on. Elective classes. All right, I want to take a break here real quick and show you guys how to access all of our classes. So let me escape out of here. If you go to the Carter High School homepage, and I'm on there right now, if you go to the student drop down at the top and go to where it says course catalog right here, that will take you to our online course catalog. We update this every year. Every course that we offer at Carter High School is listed in here. On the front page, you've got all of the graduation requirements and the A through G requirements if you want to reference any of those. There's an academic planner that basically shows you for each grade level what the different options are class-wise, honors and regular. And then we have all of our different electives that are listed down here as well. You can also find classes on the left here if you go to, like, for instance, like visual and performing arts. All the classes are listed here with course descriptions. They tell you what A through G category they meet for college, and yeah, all that stuff is here. Some of them even have videos that work along with them. So if you're wondering what any of these classes really look like and you want like more of an in-depth look at it, that's what our course catalog is there for. Okay. All right. So I'm going to very quickly go through the course options that are open to your freshmen. So at Carter High School right now, we have one foreign language option, and that is Spanish. We encourage our students, if they're taking Spanish, to tell us whether or not they speak, because our Spanish teachers go visit the middle school and they test them to see what level they should be in. If your student already speaks Spanish and they can start at a higher level, that's good, because if a student takes Spanish 2 or Spanish 3 as a freshman, at the end of the year, as far as college is concerned, they just finished 2 or 3 years of Spanish. So that, and we don't want them to be bored. So important that we know whether or not your student speaks Spanish so that we can get them assessed if they are choosing that. Okay. As far as fine arts go, if your student is an artist and wants to actually do art, we have two options for freshmen. Art 1 is just our beginning art class that all freshmen would take before they can take more advanced level courses. And then if they want to do their first AP class, we do have AP Art History. AP stands for Advanced Prep. It's basically a college prep class that is taught on a high school campus. If the students can pass the AP exam at the end of the year, colleges will take that for credit. So passing an AP test is kind of like taking a community college class. You're earning credit that colleges will take those passing scores for. Okay, so those are our two different options as far as fine arts go. As far as performing arts go, we have a lot of music options: concert choir if they want to sing, orchestra if they want to play a stringed instrument, wind ensemble is our band. Guitar is exactly what it sounds like. Most of the students who take guitar own a guitar and bring it to school. We do have a few that we can lend out, but not a lot. We have a music appreciation class, which is basically a music history class. So if you want to learn about music, that's a good class. Theater 1 is just beginning acting. So if your student really wants to learn what acting looks like, that's what Theater 1 is. Stage production is our students that are actually producing our plays, and that's a 7th period class that happens after school. Anyone can take that as well. Marching band is our 0 period class. That's the competitive band that plays at football games and then also goes and competes with varying contests and stuff in the county and outside of the county. And then right now we have treble choir, which is our all-girls show choir, which is a 7th period class, although there is talk about that moving to a 0 period next year, and we'll absolutely let you know if that's the case. So lots of different performing arts options here at Carter. As far as like special programs and academic teams that your student can sign up for, we have ROTC, which is a leadership class that is through the Army. No, your student is not joining the military, nor will they have to join the military. It's a leadership class, great class. The students do wear a uniform once a week, and then they're learning important leadership skills in there. It is worth noting that ROTC actually counts as PE credit. So when your student is taking PE 9 and ROTC, they can finish their 2-year PE requirement in 1 year, which is nice. Marching band actually does that too. So marching band, which is a 0 period, counts as PE credit as well. I mentioned our AVID program. Our AVID program is phenomenal. If your student wants to go to a 4-year college, you can find information about that on our website and apply. MESA is our competitive science program. They go to UC Riverside a handful of times throughout the year and compete in different engineering and robotics projects. Very, very cool program. We have a great speech and debate team. It is a team, it's not just a class. Like, they actually go and compete at local high schools and local tournaments. And then we also have our ASB. ASB is not something that your students can choose right now. They have to actually apply in order to get in there. And Mr. Augustus, our ASB coordinator, when your students were here for sneak peek, kind of went through what that process looks like with them. Okay, so those are some of our special programs and academic teams. We have a number of different career tech pathways here at Carter High School. All of these pathways are 2-year pathways. If your student starts one of these, we do want them to finish it. So we have child development for students that want to work with children one day. So they can take the first child development class as a freshman. We have video production if your student wants to learn how to edit and shoot, digital video. That also is a 2-year pathway that they can see what careers in video production look like. We have a green construction pathway for students that want to learn about construction, and they can start that their freshman year as well. And then we have 2 different medical pathways. We have the nursing pathway. The first class is called Health Essentials for students that want to be nurses or want to see what that process looks like. And then we have our pharmacy pathway for students that want to learn what it looks like to be a pharm tech. So again, all these programs are 2-year programs. They can all be started freshman year. Students do not have to do these programs in order to go into these careers. These are really just about helping them see what kind of options are available to them within these careers. So it's just kind of a way to dip their toes into what some of these different careers look like. Okay. Two other classes that we have here at Carter that are open for freshmen is we have an ethnic studies and social justice class, which is a social studies elective, learning about how ethnicity affects the world today and the social justice movement. Really good things going on in that class. And then we also have another AP class that students can take for the first time as a freshman called AP Human Geography. All of our Alpha Scholar students take that class as part of their 7-period schedule, but AP Human Geography is open to anybody who wants to take it. It's an AP class that's a history elective, so good stuff there as well. Okay. Now, if you did not see a class on this list that your student was hoping to take, or maybe you had another sibling that came through, another student that came through Carter High School that took other exciting classes, not all of our classes are open to freshmen. Some of them are only offered for upperclassmen. These are all the classes that are open to freshmen, and they will have the opportunity to choose 2 of those. And again, if you want a deeper dive on what those classes look like, I showed you how to access our course catalog. I would invite you to take a look at that. Okay. We do want to remind you, and I know you got this link through the link for this video you got through an email that we sent you out telling you about this, but our class of 2029 family night is March 11th from 5:30 to 7 p.m. It's on our campus. This is a great opportunity for parents and students to come on campus and see what Carter has to offer. Parents, counselors will be available that night. We'll be set up at a table. If you have questions about classes that your student is signed up for, or if you want to make changes, we can do all of that on the spot. Course requests should be viewable in Parent View and Student View now. So all of the courses that your student is signed up for currently for next year are in course requests in Parent View and Student View. So if you go to Parent View or Student View on the left-hand side, you should see a button that says course requests. If you click on that, you should be able to see all the classes that we currently have them signed up for next year. Okay. So again, if you want to make changes to any of that, or if you have any questions about some of those classes, counselors will be available at our class of 2029 family night on March 11th. And we hope to see you there, and we hope to answer your questions for you. Okay. So that's what I have for you in this short video. I know we tried to do a lot there in a short video, but again, if you have questions, all the counselors here at Carter High School, our email addresses are available on the Carter High School website, or you can come see us at our incoming freshman parent night. Okay, so hopefully your student is excited about coming to Carter. We're excited for them to be here next year, and we look forward to meeting you next week at our parent night. Thank you.